You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands under the ceiling and keep them held high. This ain't even since you're ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands under the ceiling and keep them held high.
Good afternoon. Good morning. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Sorry about that. Fix the sound. Sorry about that already. But I appreciate you guys all being here. Oh, my dear God. It never ends. We got some updates. We got some breaking news, guys. We have some breaking freaking news. And we have got to get into this because I had something completely different planned for you guys, but this just broke. And so I wanted to be one of the first. I'm sure there's somebody else out there already talking about this already as we speak, but I wanted to be one of the first to talk about this. This is crazy. And like I said, there's a possibility that not everybody's going to be telling the truth here, y'all. There may be some people out here trying to scoop a bag hamburger. But again, I got questions because I'm an inquisitive mother lover. Because that's just how I am, and I ask questions. That's what I do, and that's my job. To give you guys the news and, of course, ask the questions that I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking as well. Okay? Yeah, I had something completely different planned. Still Diddy stuff. We're still going to talk about those things in a couple hours. But we got to talk about this. So do me a favor. Hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Crush that mother lover. Crush that like button, please, and thank you. If you're watching on other platforms, please be sure to hit that like button, okay? Don't forget, hit that follow button. I'm on Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Rumbles. So if you out there watching on Rumble, TikTok, all that stuff, please be sure to hit that follow button because I'm giving you guys information. We're working hard out here in these streets, okay? And of course, I got those roses up there. If you're watching on the TikTok and you appreciate me breaking this news for you, please show some love. Hit that rose thing, you know what I mean? Show some support on the TikTok, all right? Don't forget to subscribe here on the main channel if you're watching on YouTube. Please and thank you. Go over to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips, because I got more stuff for you guys on a whole other case that we need to talk about that we haven't talked about in a while. And that's going to be going on the second channel here very, very soon. Okay, like I said, the news be newsing out here, and we have got to talk about that stuff. So please be sure to subscribe to the second channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Please and thank you. And Coasty wife, thank you so much on TikTok. You enjoy my videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. Please and thank you. Hit that join button down below. Become a member on my YouTube channel. If you want to support even further, check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And I'm also on Locals, locals.com/The Pascal Show. And also, go check out my merch, man. Go check out my merch. Hoodies, t-shirts, etc. galore. Go check it out. Okay, this hoodie, for example, handmade by yours truly. So go check it out, pascalmerch.com. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to be here for a long show. I was hoping that maybe I was going to get somebody, somebody of the legal, some of our esquires on the show. But I haven't heard anything back from anybody because it is a breaking story that just dropped. And I had to hop up here and go, we're going to do it live. We're going to do it live. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. So we got to get straight into the nitty gritty. But first off, let me just say this. Before we jump into everything, of course, there's going to be people that are going to hop on the gravy train. And that gravy train is that of the diddler. Yes, I know I haven't done this I did it earlier today, but anytime I say his name or that nickname, it makes me feel like, just a little bit. So the diddler. Okay, the gravy train, the potential gravy train for the people who are out here lying is the diddler. Okay, now here's the thing. Just a few weeks ago, maybe last week, I don't remember. Everything's been blasting through. We've been blasting through these days so damn quick. There's been new news every single day. Okay, let's be real. Every day there's something new developing surrounding the diddler. Now, here's the thing. A couple weeks ago or last week, whichever, okay? And it's not her BB, let me get into it. Let me cook, and I'll explain everything. I promise. Okay, you got it wrong, and it's okay that you got it wrong. Okay, now here's the thing. A little bit ago, we had our 12th victim, accuser, step forward. She gave a scathing, unthinkable description of what she went through. Now, she had a boyfriend at the time that was working for Bad Boy Records. She claimed that he called her up, Diddy called her up and said, "Hey, I need you to come over. I need to pick you up. You need to come over. We need to talk about your boyfriend's performance and his future at Bad Boy Records." So, of course, she agreed to meet up with the diddler. Why? Don't even know why. Okay. Why would even Diddy hit her up, of all people, and say, "Yeah, I need you to come over here and talk to me about your boyfriend's work"? That's his job. That's his responsibility, not hers. But she apparently decided, yes, I am going to meet up with him. So she met up with him, right? Hold on, guys. This wire is driving me crazy. The wires are driving me knuckin' futs behind me. So I'm going to put this in front of me. So anyway, much better. Now I don't have to keep on reaching for my ears. So anyway, I digress. She gets into a car, which she alleges that a guy by the name of Joseph Big Joe Sherman, he goes by Big Joe, was in the car with Diddy. She gets in the car. He hands her something to drink. She drinks it. She feels a little funny. More than just a little funny, because by the time she pulls up, or they pull up to Bad Boy Records, the Bad Boy Records building, she can barely walk. She can't do anything. So she's stumbling inside the office. And then, of course, this is when she kind of passes out. And then she comes to. And then again, she is tied up. Okay? Just so you guys know. And I got to use these code words as best as I can. And I'm giving you a recap so this all makes sense in a second. All right? So she claims that she was viciously attacked by not only Diddy, but also by Joseph Big Joe Sherman. Later on, she finds out, well, actually, both of them viciously attack her, okay? As she's up on this table and all that stuff, right? Saying stuff like she was attacked in very graphic ways, which, of course, please go check out the 2 videos I've done so far. The first episode ever of What They Do in the Dark was covering this actual case right here. And of course, we went through all the paperwork, her legal documents and all that stuff. All right. But anyway, the reason why she talks and comes up with this, brings this lawsuit to light now, is because she finds out around the time that Cassie came forward with her scathing lawsuit, describing her experience, all that stuff, she finds out that her then boyfriend hits her up and says, yeah, Diddy's been playing the videos of your attack, basically. Okay? Playing it in front of a whole bunch of people. In fact, they're playing it and they're making fun of me, the boyfriend, whilst watching this vicious crime take place on camera. Now, there was a press conference as soon as this lawsuit dropped. This was a bombshell. Of course, we all were like, what the hell? This is crazy. On top of that, she was claiming that Diddy was also distributing, making copies of this video, and possibly was selling these videos. I got to. At that time, we were all going, oh my damn, right? All of us were clutching our pearls. Can't believe that could be possible. Is this real? Could it be real? So she does a press conference, shows us her face. She shows up and shows us her face. She brings in a powerhouse of a lawyer by the name of Gloria Allred. She is not one to be messed with. And she does her thing. She comes forward, she speaks, she does this whole thing. She says what she says, right? And of course, again, pretty scathing and pretty mind-blowing stuff, to say the least. In fact, do I have a little bit of that here? Let's find out, shall we? Because of course, I like to take a little trip down memory lane, so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Let us pull this thing up real quick before we go into the main news.
Thank you for coming today. I'm attorney Gloria Allred. Our attorneys, the complaint Landon Combs.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the moment when she actually speaks. Here we go. Hold on. Rolling it back. Now, by the way, just let me pause it really quick. The woman in the blue, okay? She is Gloria Allred, okay? She's one hell of a lawyer, okay? And again, she's there representing her client. They do this press conference. This is very, very interesting. Again, let's hear what she got to say. This is short. It's short. But let's just hear what she got to say really quick before we go into, the meat and potatoes. Just a quick trip down memory lane.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless.
Okay, we get the general idea. You've seen this video, okay? And what she's claiming here is it's unbelievable. Let's be real. I mean, for any victim to go through what she is claiming that she went through, it is absolutely insane, okay? Absolutely crazy. Of course, she's sitting here saying that not only was she viciously attacked, but of course being let's just be real, threatened, harassed, etc. Okay, all things that a lot of people don't want to have to deal with. Okay, especially after being attacked, allegedly being attacked in such a vicious type of way. Right now, the thing is of course, you got Gloria Allred there. She is sitting there next to her, championing for her client. Okay, but now this is something that's very interesting. This is the breaking news that I wanted to share with you guys, because now they're claiming that she could straight up be lying. That this accuser, Thalia Graves, her ex, the very ex that allegedly told her about this tape being shopped around, or not shopped around, but played in front of him and all of his other employees, and them laughing and making fun of it, and at his and her expense. Now he's saying that she offered him some monies, $3 million, if you back my story. I had to do the sound effect, but still, now they're saying that the accuser's ex is stepping forward and saying that he was offered some serious buckets Okay, buckets of monies to back her story. Let's look at it. Let's look at the article, right? Because to me, I'm like, what the right? Because this comes out of nowhere, left field. And I will say this too. Let me just say this real quick. Let me just say this, because I already know some people are going to sit there and go, well, does it mean that maybe Diddy's people got a hold of the ex and gave him some monies? I don't know why he has a Southern accent and it sounds like a dim-witted cowboy, but still, I know for a fact some of y'all are asking that question right now as we speak. I don't know. That is still a good, strong possibility here, ladies and germs. But at the same time, apparently, there's some receipts. So let's get into this, shall we? Okay. So, of course, it says the accuser, Thalia's ex. According to what I understand, the same ex that told her about the video and them playing this video even to this day, or at least up until him telling her about it for decades, by the way, because this attack, this SA, this R, okay, every disgusting letter under the sun that describes what she allegedly went through, this happened in the early 2000s. So she sat on this for decades until he came up to her and said, yeah, you know that they filmed that, right? And they've been playing it in front of everybody, making fun of you, making jokes at your expense and even mine, because I was your man back then. And now we're hearing that this could possibly be one big fetish lie. So let's get into this. $3 million if you back my story. So Diddy's latest accuser, who's suing him for allegedly R-ing her and recording it, tried to get her now ex-boyfriend to corroborate her claim by paying him 7 figures, according to the ex. TMZ has learned. This is where the article I'm reading here, okay, from TMZ. Thalia Graves is suing Diddy and his head of security, Joseph Sherman, for allegedly R-ing her back in 2001. 23, I can't do numbers with my fingers for some odd reason, but 23 years ago. Okay, that's a long time. And in that suit, she says she was dating one of Diddy's employees who was shown a video of the alleged incident. And we already know about Diddy's freak-offs and all that stuff, okay? So, however, TMZ has seen a November 2023 text exchange between Thalia and the man who was her BF, her boyfriend. And in it, she reveals she's planning to sue Diddy because he's the one that has the money, quote unquote. Let me just highlight that really quick. She wants to sue Diddy. Remember, if you watched, shameless plug, okay, but you go check out what they do in the dark, okay? My first episode. There's more episodes coming, I promise. Things have just been news and hard, so I'm trying to do some catch up here. But in the video, I even talk about that too. I go, wait a second. What's up with Big Joe? Why isn't Big Joe catching nothing? He's not catching not one charge so far. No, not one lawsuit. Is it because he's not one that has the monies? Diddy is a walking bank. I get that part. But both of them, if this crime actually did happen, both of them should be held accountable. Where's his arrest? Where are his charges? I get it. Statute of limitations may not still, but at the same time, though, she could have used this opportunity to take that man down too. She just threw his name in there, allegedly, and that might not be true. Now, one thing I do want to point out before we continue on, Big Joe Sherman has come out. He did an interview and he's tripping. And I guess rightfully so. If any person was accused of doing something so grisly, so deplorable, and you're sitting there going, I didn't do it, I could see somebody being mad. I could see somebody being passionately saying, I have nothing to do with this. What are you talking about? I wasn't even there. He even said, I wasn't even in New York when this crime happened. That's what he said in an interview. I wanted to do a video covering that, but then I saw other content creators getting flagged for putting up that content or like showing the news clip of that. So I didn't talk about it, but we're talking about it right now because Big Joe Sherman said, hey, I wasn't even in the city during that time. I wasn't even there. I ain't having it. I'm innocent, as he was saying. He didn't say that, but he said, I didn't do it. I have nothing to do with that. I've never met the woman. In fact, apparently they've corresponded with each other before on social media, which is very interesting as well. But again, I'm not sitting here saying that I believe her. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't believe her. I'm just going off of what we're hearing here. And I'm wondering, okay, is she caught lying? Is she really trying to bribe an ex-boyfriend to try to corroborate her story? Or is Diddy's power that big that he's able to reach the ex-boyfriend from behind bars? Think about that for a second. And let's be real talk. Anything's possible at this point. But I will say this, though. To me, I feel like it's stretching a little bit. He really would be like, hey, hit up Thalia's ex man. I know exactly who that is. You really think he knows who that person really is, though? 20-something years. He's met so many different people, smashed so many different women and mans. So, it does make you wonder, right? It makes you wonder. So let's continue on. Like I said, I'm taking no sides here. None whatsoever. But me have some questions. Lots of them. So let's continue. It also appears she offers to give the boyfriend $3 million if he agrees to back her version of the alleged events. After asking him to attest he's seen the alleged video of the incident, the actual text reads, what do you $3 million? I'm assuming that's what do you need? 3 million? What do you need? 3 mil? But that's how I'm interpreting that. Okay. We've actually spoken. Ooh, this is what the articles say. Ooh, now I'm sorry for a little bit of a left turn, but that's very interesting to see Kevin Spacey all up in that. That's just really disturbing. Sorry for the left turn. The ADD is firing off right now. Sorry. Kevin Spacey. I wouldn't be surprised if he was at those parties too. Yeah. He was probably doing his own version of American Booty. Get it? No one got it? No one got? Okay. We're gonna continue though. We're going to continue. So we've actually spoken to Thalia's ex, who confirmed the validity of the text messages and told us he interpreted it as an attempted bribe. After receiving the text, he says he blocked Thalia's phone number and also blocked her on social media. So why would she still try to drag the ex-man into the lawsuit if he's not responding to her? Why would he even want to block her phone number, block her on the socials, if he really felt that he was trying to help her get justice where justice is rightfully deserved? Think about it for a second. And like I said, I'm asking the questions. Doesn't mean that I'm on team one side or the other. I'm just asking the doggone questions, man. Make that make sense. Make it make sense for a second. She hits him up. He's the one with the money. That's who I'm attacking. What do you need? Or this is how he interpreted it as. What do you need? 3 mil? And he said, nah, I'm good. Blocked her on her socials and everything. And if this was something that, let's err on the side of she's trying to do a bribe and she's doing something illegal. Let's be real. Her claiming that she's a victim. And if that story is not true and doesn't add up, that's illegal, right? Couldn't she see some charges coming to her way for claiming something that's not true? But I digress. This situation here, he gets a text message. What you need? 3 mil? And instead of him being like, no, I don't need anything. I just want you to get justice. He cuts her off. That doesn't make sense. Does it? I don't know about you, but if I'm seeing something and this is somebody who's a victim and you know that that person's a victim, you've allegedly seen these videos, unthinkable, deplorable videos. Why would you block? And why would you disconnect from the person? I'd be like, tell me what you need. I got you. Just don't put my name in the lawsuit. Okay. I'd like to stay anonymous, but I got you. When it's time to go into court, I got you. But it didn't happen though, right? So I'm curious. But let's continue on. Like I said, I'm just asking the questions. Okay, don't get at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you guys the news. This is what is going on right now, and this is what's popping right now. Okay, hot and fresh out the news oven. Okay, so and Kevin Spacey, which is weird. Let's move on. What's more, we're told Diddy's lawyers also have a copy of the same texts we've received between Thalia and her then boyfriend. Thalia's attorney, Gloria Allred, tells TMZ it's very common that rich, powerful men and their supporters attempt to discredit, shame, and humiliate accusers who have the courage to come forward. The complaint speaks for itself. Our client is looking forward to her day in court. It's a very cookie cutter response, but I guess, what do you say? How do you respond to that? Okay, in a situation like this, maybe Gloria Allred doesn't know everything. Maybe Thalia Graves is not telling her the full truth. Okay, she may not be, but then again, this could be a fabrication as well. Again, I have to, we err on the side of both sides, right? We sit on the fence, and it can be very, very, very uncomfortable. But we still got to remember, what are the possibilities of this dude getting paid off and him just making some stuff up? That's possible. That's very possible. But then again, I don't know. You got to remember, guys, there's over 133, counting her and the 120 other people, right? And the other lawsuits that are already out right now. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to slip through the cracks that aren't telling the full truth, that might be fabricating things, stretching the truth, so on and so forth. We have to leave that on the table, guys. We can't expect that all 133 some odd people are all telling the truth. You also got to remember the hotline right now, the Diddy hotline, real talk. The Diddler bat phone has been ringing off the hook with over 12,000 calls and counting. So just put that bee in your bonnet for 2 seconds before we automatically get super mad, get super hype, get super judgmental, so on and so forth. We knew that there's possibilities of this kind of stuff actually happening. Now, does that mean I don't believe that Thalia went through this experience? No, it doesn't mean that I don't believe her. Maybe there is something else that's going on here. There are too many other things to put in consideration here, and I'm wanting to know what's going to happen in court when they have all the evidence laid out in front of us. You never know. This could be a whole lot of lies, from her, or could be a whole lot of lies from some other corner of this whole argument. We have to leave that on the table. Okay? We do. But I will also say, remember, like I told you guys, Cassie was the basically the boy with with their finger in the dam. Stuck in the dam. As soon as she put out that lawsuit with that 100, I don't even remember how many pages, 90 something pages, which was unbelievable, right? She pulled her finger out of the hole in the dam. So it started to trickle. Then you had other people coming out. So the dam started to break a little bit, start to crack, and start to leak even more. Then that very eye-opening video was exposed, and that thing cracked even more. So it's a huge stream starting to come out, right? And then when he got arrested, that dam broke, y'all. And now it's flooding everything. Now it's flooding everything. And the thing is that there's going to be people that are going to slide right through this dam, through the stream, along with all the other people that have had terrible experiences, okay, at the hands of this diddler. There are going to be people that are going to be saying things that are not true. There are going to be people out here that are going to say things that are not true. And we have to be absolutely aware of that and ready for that. And in this situation, this could be an attempt to try to scoop a bag, y'all, which is crappy. All right? This angers me too. If this is not true, that angers me as well. But it sucks that it sucks that we're even talking about this. And again, is she lying? Or is the ex suddenly, or did the ex suddenly get paid off in some sort of way to lie? I don't know. But let's continue on. You recall, Allred and Graves held a news conference after filing the lawsuit, which was incredibly emotional. She sobbed, Thalia sobbed, as she talked about the physical and mental trauma caused by the SA. Since the lawsuit was filed, Diddy's former security head claims he never met Thalia Graves and was not working for Diddy at the time of the alleged lawsuit. So, or the alleged attack. But I'm curious about this, though, right? I am kind of curious about this, though. Why would she suddenly put his name? Sorry, I'm trying to get the photo of them. Why would she suddenly put Big Joe's name of all people's names? It's very specific. He had other bodyguards in his life, right? Didn't he? So why is she suddenly saying Big Joe Sherman? If it wasn't Big Joe Sherman, then why? And then also, why would she suddenly say it is him if he wasn't even a bodyguard during the time that she was around him, or during the time of this alleged SA? Think about that for a second. What's up with that? Am I the only one who's asking that question right now? Is it possible that she's telling the truth? And maybe because let's be real, he could have been there, maybe potentially would become a bodyguard, but wasn't a bodyguard at that time, just was there hanging out with Diddy. So technically he could lie and say, oh yeah, I wasn't at the time, I wasn't a bodyguard, but she just called him a bodyguard. This could all be semantics in a way, right? You know, I'm not a bodyguard at that time, but later on I was, right? He could literally be making that up to save his own butt, right? That's a possibility. Or he wasn't really there because he wasn't a bodyguard at that time. Hence the reason why he would not even be in her general vicinity in 2001 when she got the drink was led into the Bad Boy Records offices and was viciously attacked in the way that she was. Or she got the wrong guy, the wrong bodyguard, and that there's another bodyguard out there, real talk, another bodyguard out there that was involved in this crime that she's alleged to have endured. That's the other thing too, that maybe she made a mistake and it's not Big Joe Sherman and she's got her timeline wrong. And that's possible too. I mean, how many times have you tried to look back? Okay. How many times have you looked back at high school? You said, remember that time with the pizza and it was crazy, man. You know, it was a sausage pizza. And somebody else is like, no, man, it wasn't even a pizza, man. It wasn't even pizza. You weren't holding the pizza, bro. It was a sandwich from Subway. Word? It was from Subway? Somebody else is going, no, man, it wasn't from Subway, man. It was from Jimmy John's, son. Really? I mean, I'm just saying anything is possible. You're talking about 20 some odd years, okay, of trying to remember something that actually happened. But then I will also say, though, a trauma like this, as vicious as she says she claims it to be, I know that there's a lot of people that have gone through traumas like this, and they don't forget anything. They remember every single little bit of that experience, every nuanced thing. Now, I know she was in and out because of the alleged laced drink that she consumed, but at the same time, she knew for a fact it was Diddy in the room. So is it possible? It's very interesting, guys. It is very, very interesting. But this is breaking news. And so I had to ask you guys. You know, I saw this and I was like, oh my God. Come on, man. Really? Could she have possibly lied here? And I mean, like I said, it just makes you wonder. Or let me just say this too. And I hate to say it like this, and I don't mean to be, I'll try to be as sensitive as I can. But what about those situations where you have taken something and you are under the influence, but whenever you come to, you remember those moments. And then when you're in and out of consciousness, right? And when you are conscious, you are remembering every moment, right? Those are the flashes of moments that you remember. You obviously aren't going to remember remember the moments when you're blacked out, of course. But when you come to, you're going to remember those things. Remember that. I remember this. I remember this. You know? But then at the same time, if the claims are true and Big Joe Sherman wasn't really there, why would she say Big Joe Sherman? But then at the same time, though, I will also say this too. There's still a possibility. Just because she is trying to bribe an ex-boyfriend to try to have him corroborate this situation doesn't automatically mean that it didn't happen either. But at the same time, the essay, the vicious attack doesn't say it doesn't mean that it didn't happen either. But at the same time, to me, that just seems like such a stretch. Why would she even need that kind of proof? I need the, ex-boyfriend, I need you to be with me to corroborate this situation. If it actually happened, it happened. So she wouldn't need that, right? Actually, hold on. Let's take a look at that. The exchange real quick. Okay. It says here, just going through it again. 2023 in November of last year. Okay. So almost a year ago, she had a text exchange between her boyfriend, her then boyfriend. Okay. And she said she was planning on suing Diddy because he's the one who has the money. Now, again, I really want to see the full text message so I can understand this too. But let's just err on the side of she's not lying. What if she's just sitting here saying, like, I'm going to sue Diddy because he's the one with the money? And I want justice. I want at least financial justice for what he did. Think about this, and I'm not, like I said, I'm just thinking on the other side of the fence really quick. Okay. So let's just say she's like, he's the one with the money. So I'm going after him. Duh. I mean, I don't know how much Big Joe Sherman is worth. I don't know. Right. But we all know that Diddy got money, right? He got that long game money. So then let's move back down to the next part, which can be interpreted differently as well. I can see Gloria Allred already moving the goalpost and being like, nah. She's just trying to get him to come be a part of this situation. Hold on. So it appears she offers to give the boyfriend $3 million if he agrees to back her version of the alleged events. Now, here's the thing. And we don't know the text messages, so I'm just painting it up. Just roll with me. Like I said, on nobody's side here. This is all very shocking information to me, no matter what. But let's just ride with me for a second. We already know the side of like her thinking something sinister, right? She's like, oh, we're going to take him down because he's already taken down. It's an opportunity to make money, right? So we already know that idea. Lie with me, young man, lie, right? We already know that. So let's shove that over to the side for a second. Let's look on the side of maybe she really did go through this and she really is a victim and she's just trying to get financial freedom or financial justice. Let's look at this. So she's offering to give him $3 million, okay? If he agrees to back her version of the alleged events. Now, asking him to attest he had seen the alleged video, okay, of this particular incident, and the actual text reads that, right? What do you need $3 million, right? So what if she's sitting there going like, what if he really did see the video? And she's sitting there going, I need you to be there. But if you're scared to step forward, how about if I just, line your pockets with $3 million when we win? But I need you to show proof positive that this actually happened and that you saw the actual video. Just saying. Like I said, I'm on nobody's side here. Okay? Before somebody, oh, come on, man. Let's be it. No, hold up. Time out, ladies and germs. All I'm saying is, what are the possibilities of what the actual full breakdown of this text message is actually reading? Hey, I need you to step forward. And if you want some money for that, I will give you the money. You want $3 million? Fine. Because I'm going to be going after him for a lot more than that. Because he's the one with the monies. If you saw the video and you're the one who told me this, I need you to back me for it. Here's some money. Now, here's the thing, though. That's still illegal. But she may not have known that. But again, like I said, I'm not defending nor punching down at this situation. I'm just curious. What's really the truth here? Because it can be interpreted 15 different ways right now, guys. It really can. Okay? It really, really can. But let me see. Hold on. I wanted to see some of these comments here real quick. Pineapple said, wouldn't be surprising if he didn't want to get involved because he would get blacklisted from the industry. So she offered him money to tell the truth. It's definitely possible. That's actually a good point right there, too. That's actually a good point right there. Okay? That's a possibility. But like I said, anything's possible. Because, like I said, I would want to see the full text message, right? I'd want to see the whole thing. And then at the same time, if she is being found of lying and trying to bribe somebody into backing her story, offering him money, and this thing is not true, yeah, she's getting charged. She's getting charged. And then what is frustrating about this situation is that you got men and women. This is kind of poking, knocking the wind out of the sails of this situation. Because now, if this is not true, again, we're erring on the side of we're sitting on the fence. I need to see more proof as well, but this doesn't look good. It doesn't. But for those who want to come out and speak out instantly, now they're all going to get the side eye, which is crappy. But at the same time, I will say, should be expected. Every single last one of these people that step forward and fill out a whole lawsuit and all that, I wouldn't be surprised that we all are giving them a soft side eye. Think about it for a second. Think about it. But this doesn't help the situation any better. So again, the question still remains. What you think? Okay. PGH Deb, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Something to think about. Is this legitimate? Or is this something that could be lost in translation? Literally, this could literally be misinterpreted and looked at in a completely different angle than what it really is. But like I said, until we actually see the full text message, how can we really know what's going down here? She could very well be bribing this man. Absolutely. But then she could be not bribing this dude. I mean, it still does sound crazy. Like, what you need, $3 million? I'm going to give you money. Kind of crazy, don't you think? Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for her. Okay, let's keep it a bean. But at the same time, I'm very interested to see how this is going to be, how this will transpire. Because I already know some of you guys out here are already thinking, hold up, did Diddy get to the boyfriend? And again, that's a possibility. I will never leave that off the table. There was already an article earlier talking about how this man Diddy is still dangerous even behind bars. I'm not kidding. There's an article out here already. I think it's on page 6 or something like that. People talking about how Diddy still has influence and still is able to exact his power while being behind bars right now. Like he's some sort of comic book supervillain. Is it true? I don't know. But anything's possible. When it comes to this stuff, when it comes to the diddler, anything is possible. Yeah, like Pterodax. Like he's some sort of crime lord, And again, yeah, he's got money and definitely he's got power. And I believe a lot of what's gone on, for sure, to a lot of these people, for sure. Okay, the feds already have footage of these freak-offs, already have footage of these things going down. There's allegedly, now I'm hearing 4 videos, 4 of them, okay? And 3 of them obtain footage of big-time Hollywood names that are literally being shopped around to media right now. 3 of those videos have big time names, household names. And then the 4th, I guess, is some, I don't know, maybe some big name in the financial world or something like that. But no matter what, 3 household names, 3 completely different videos, and they're out there. And of course, everybody's sitting there going, oh, Mr. Kevin Hart, he in trouble, because he's out here all up in the videos, hosting parties at Diddy's crib and all that stuff. I don't know what to tell you on that. All I know is that there's allegedly videos that are actually getting shopped around right now. But I will say this, the feds have content. They have proof of said F-offs. They have it. Now, with this particular victim here, this particular accuser, only time will tell. But this does not look good for her and for her case. And also, to me, it doesn't seem like Gloria Allred would just go and just take any person's case. She just doesn't come off as the type who would just take any case that they can. I mean, we've heard people say, oh, some of these lawyers will jump on for an opportunity to get their name out there. But Gloria Allred's name has been out there. Okay, she's known. She's highly revered as a damn good attorney. So it does make you wonder that, was there any need for her to go and hop onto this Diddy train? Probably not. So it does make you wonder, what is it about? What is it about this particular case with Thalia Graves that attracts Gloria Allred? And then again, I go, okay, does she have enough smoking gun evidence on her end? I don't know. Like I said, I do have a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll get some of these things answered in the near future. But this does not help. Okay, this does not help at all, and that's pretty crappy. I'm gonna be real, it doesn't. But what say you guys? What say you guys? Do you think that this is all just lost in translation? Do you think that this is one big fat ass lie? Or do you think they're trying to manipulate the situation and make Thalia look like she's a liar? Do you think Diddy got to this boyfriend, this former boyfriend, or not? I got questions. DeWitt, what up, man? Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Shameful if she's lying. I agree. Makes real victims of Diddler look bad. Agreed 100%. Now I can't vouch for anyone but me. Okay, so yes. And of course, go check out his memoir, The Night Puff Tried to Kill Me. Okay, guys. But again, that is some crazy, crazy stuff. Long story short, that's true. Like what DeWitt just said, it now discredits so many situations. And now forever, we're all going to be side-eyeing because you already know that there's another lawsuit about to be filed any day now. They say in the next couple days, there's going to be another lawsuit filed. Okay, the 13th. Okay, the 13th accuser or victim is going to be stepping forward with their lawsuit, with everything that they claim to have happened to them at one of Diddy's parties. They also say things about baby oil being spiked, which of course we will be talking about in a couple hours for sure, because we need to talk about that. Okay, so we will be talking about that tonight. But then again, as soon as we see any of these kind of videos or any of these kind of lawsuits, we're all going to be like, oh, the 20th lawsuit just dropped. We all going to be like, yeah, we're all going to do that stank face like, let's see if this one's real. You know what I mean? Which sucks. But then again, maybe the diddler got a hold of the boyfriend and is scaring the bejesus out of the boyfriend so much that the boyfriend is just straight up lying. Again, guys, anything's possible, but only time will tell. This is just a crazy, crazy turn of events in this particular, with this particular lawsuit. But for a fact there's more coming. So I'm wondering, I mean, still, no matter what, let me also say this, whether this is real or not, whether this gets thrown off, gets dismissed or something like that, and she, whatever. Let's just say this is fake. Let's just say this is fake. It doesn't change anything about Diddy. It doesn't. What the feds have up against him, what Cassie went through, what all the other people went through that are starting to step forward, I believe that majority of them are going to be true stories. That's what I truly believe. Yes, there's going to be some wild stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some wild cases out here against him that are going to almost be too good to be true. Okay, it's like, wow, you can't even write that. That's insane. But, I don't think that this is something that should slow us down from, watching this man take accountability and get justice slapped in his face. Just saying. So let's give it time, because we got more information dropping very, very soon. And again, if she's lying, it doesn't mean that the other people are lying. It doesn't. It just doesn't. But I think we need to let this one simmer and let it percolate and see what comes of it when it all goes crashing down. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That's the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It means the world to me. Please do me a favor before you head out, because I will be back on in a few hours. We got to talk about these things that are going on with Diddy and the new stuff that dropped last night. We got to cover those things. And hopefully I'll have a good friend or two to join us to talk about this stuff, because there's some crazy stuff that's going on. So please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. That'll be greatly appreciated. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. If you're watching on this main channel, go to my secondary channel as well. Go there, the Pascal Show clips. Crush that subscribe button over there, because there's a lot of things that I'm covering over there that I'm not covering here. So please be sure to subscribe to both. Make sure the notification bell is set to all so you know when I'm going live, whenever I upload, because it is random. Don't forget to follow me on the TikTok. Follow me on Rumble. I'm on that as well. We're live streaming right now on all these platforms: Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram. Show some love by following those platforms. Please and thank you. Support the channel. Hit that join button down below. Become a member of the family, okay? These, well, they're usually purple, but these orange lights don't pay for themselves. So show some love by hitting that join button down below. If you want to support even further, go to Patreon. Patreon.com/The Pascal Show. I also have Locals, which is another version of Patreon. Go to locals.com/The Pascal Show over there as well. And of course, check out the merch. PascalMerch.com. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to see you guys in a couple hours, because we got another show for you guys. Yes, and we still got some Diddy talk, okay? But hopefully we'll have some good friends on the show to chop it up with us and break it down, some certain things down with us. All right? So, love you guys. Have a great one. And I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon. All right? Have a great one. See you guys in a couple hours. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.